Welcome to this audiobook summary of Good to Great. Why some company make the leap and other don't by Jim Collins. Why do some companies thrive, transferring from merely good to truly great? Why other stagnant or fail? In this groundbreaking study, Jim Collins and his research team uncovered the timeless principle that enable organizations to achieve enduring greatness. Buckle up for the deep dive into the strategic leadership styles and cultural shift that separate the exceptional from the ordinary. Let's explore how company make the leap and while other don't. Chapter 1, the journey begins. Jim Collins start with the bold question: can a good company become a great one? And so, if so, how? The answer is this. Collins and his team embarked on a rigorous 5-year study. They identified company that make a sustained transition from a good performance to a great performance, defined as a outperforming the market by the least 3 times over 15 years or more. These good to great company like Abbott Laboratory, Circuit City, and Walgreen were compared to the comparison company firms that stayed good or faltered. The result, a set of universal principles that apply not just to a business but only to the organization striving or the excellence. Now, first level 5 leadership. Colin introduced a surprise finding that the leaders of the great company, they are not the charismatic larger than the life figure you might expect it. Instead, they are level 5 leader, humble, driven individual who blend of personal humility and professional will. Uh, Think of the Duane Smith, the CEO of Kimley Kalk, who turned struggling paper company into a global leader. Level 5 leader channel their ambition into the organization, not their own ego. They are the relentless in the pursuit of the result, but quick to share credit, then take blame. Okay, unlike the comparison, a company led by the self-aggregating CEO, good to the great firm, thrive under the leader who quietly build enduring success. Okay, now next dive into the principle of first who then what. A great company don't start with a grand vision, they start with the right people. Colin links this to getting that the right people on the bus in the right seat before deciding where to drive. A good to the great company prioritize hiring disciplined talented individual who fit the culture, then figure out strategy. For example, Wells Fargo built a team by exceptional executive before tackling the industry change, enabling them to outpace the rival. Comparison company, meanwhile, often relied on a single genius leader with a team leading to the short-lived success. Now let's confront reality with the third principle, confront the brutal fact that the extractable paradox. Great companies face the harsh truth head on while maintaining unwavering faith in their ultimate success. This blame, inspired by the animal Jim's schedule survival mindset as a Po is critical. Take a Kroger, a grocery chain that recognizes the need to overhaul its outdated store. Instead of denying the shift in the consumer preference, Kruger embraced the brutal fact and transferred its business model, surpassing the competitor like ANP who clung to the past. A great company create culture where the truth is hard. This is an data-driven and optimism-filled preference. Now, the fourth principle is the hedgehog concept of finding a simplicity in a complexity, named after the parable of the hedging and the dog. This concept urged company to focus on what they can be best at and what drives their economic engine and what they're deeply passionate about. Collins calls the three circle. Walgreens, for instance, realized it could be the best at the convenient drugstore, driven by the profit per customer and fueled by a passion for the health services. Comparison company like Equat chased the strategy and failed to find their hedgehog. A great company align everything is this clear and unifying the concept. Okay. Now, moving to a culture of the discipline, greatness requires disciplined people who take a disciplined action within the disciplined framework. Isn't about the bureaucracy, it's about the freedom with the boundary. Colin highlight the nuclear steel company that fostered the culture of the discipline. Entrepreneurship employees were empowered to innovate, but only within the company as the concept of low cost steel production. This discipline enabled nuclear to dominate its industry, while comparison company like Bethlehem still succeeded in the inconsistency or the overtake. Now we explore the technology accelerator. Good to the great company don't chase the technology for its own sake. They used to amplify their the concept. Walgreens, for example, leveraged the technology to streamline the pharmacy operation, enhancing the convenience and profitability. Meanwhile, the comparison company like Ecard adopted the technology reactivity without a clear strategy and fell behind. Great company are the pioneer, not follower, using the technology to accelerate the momentum, not to create it. The flywheel and a doom loop. Colin introduced a powerful metaphor for how greatness build over time. Picture a massive flywheel. Good to the great company push it with a consistent discipline effort. Small win compounding into the unstoppable momentum. Circuit City, for instance, builds its retail dominance through the incremental improvement in customer experience and logistic. Comparison company, however, fall into the doom loop, chasing a quick fix or a dramatic restructuring that disturb the forces. The flywheel show the greatness is a process, not an event. Finally, we arrive at from a good to the great to build the last. Colin ties good to the great to its earlier work, build to the last, which explore the company that endure for the decade also. Good to the great principle lay the foundation for the sustained greatness, but enduring the company also preserve their core value while adapting their strategy. Companies like Abbott Laboratory not only made the leap but maintained their greatness by aligning with the purpose beyond profit and embracing the continuous improvement. Let's zoom out. What makes the good company to the great so powerful is its universal applicability. This principal level of Web leadership first, who, then what, confronting the brutal force, the concept, a culture of the discipline, technology, accelerator, and the flywheel aren't just for the corporation, they apply to the school, a non-profit, even a personal growth. Colin emphasized the greatness is a choice, not a luck. It's about the disciplined people, disciplined thought, and disciplined action sustained over time. But what about the comparison company? What do they fail to make the leap? Often they are trapped by the ego-driven leader, scatter strategy, or denial of the reality. Firm like ANP, Bethlehem Steel, or the RJ Renault lack the humanity focus on the discipline to transfer. Their restore serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us the mediocre is often a slow, self-inflicted decline. Now, as you close, consider the good to the great isn't just about the business book. It's a roadmap for the excellence, whether you are leading a company or a team or your own life. This principle offer a blueprint for the sustained success. Jim Collins reminds us that the greatness is not reserved for the luck or the privilege. It's achievable through the deliberate discipline effort. So, what's your SDOC concept? So, who on your bus? Are you ready to push flywheel? Narrator, then the thank you for listening this book summary. Okay, good to the great. Why so many company make the leap and other don't. Maybe the insight inspire you to build something truly great. Until the next time, keep pushing forward. Have a great day. Hope all of you have understood something new about this also. Okay.